I appreciate the conversation around it, but as I joined the league when we weren't even in our 25th season, and the men's leagues are in their 75th and 105th and 110th season.
Since the Marina Mabry trade, and she has stepped up her game in that opportunity. Caitlin Clark for three, rattles it around for her first deep.
And I look back like to the Bird Magic moment in the NBA in 1979, and it really put the NBA on the map.
The WNBA is at a crossroads. New fans are pouring in, ratings are up, but some players are furious. They're calling the commissioner not woke enough. What's really going on here, and why is Caitlin Clark at the center of it all? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now back to the video. For what reason then is everyone in the WNBA so worked up? Clark's backers are the problem, not her statistics. Unexpectedly, these new fans are causing a stir in the league. The shocking part, though, is that some players want them removed. Why would a professional sportsman turn down new fans? The WNBA has taken notice of Caitlin Clark for reasons beyond her playing ability. It's all about her legion of devoted followers. There has been a tremendous upheaval in the league due to the large number of new fans. As a result of Clark's success, women's basketball is reaching an entirely new audience. It seems fantastic, doesn't it? The sport will flourish with more spectators and media coverage. The catch is that some people aren't thrilled about it. This change has made several longtime WNBA players uneasy. They have become accustomed to a specific kind of fan and a specific league culture. Everything is about to change now that Clark has shown up. Their living room looks like someone walked in and rearranged everything without their knowledge or consent.
Someone asked me whether we were a charity, and I said, like a 501c3.
Was that offensive to you?
No, well, it was not shocking to me.
Since the Marina Mabry trade, and she has stepped up her game in that opportunity. Caitlin Clark for three, rattles it around for her first deep.
War has broken out on social media. In their plethora of support, Clark's followers are causing friction with more seasoned WNBA fans. There have been many inane debates and assaults involving topics unrelated to basketball, such as sexuality and race. It's becoming quite unpleasant, everyone. However, internet drama isn't the only thing here. It's bringing to light some long-standing problems within the WNBA. There are some serious concerns regarding the league's future, its character, and the eligibility of fans. It would appear that some players are unwilling to adapt, even though doing so could lead to increased funding and publicity for the sport. As an example, consider Breanna Stewart. According to her, "We wish Kathy would have used her platform in a different way. Become a fan of our sport, for the new ones lock in for everybody, but don't be disrespectful."
I appreciate the conversation around it, but as I joined the league when we weren't even in our 25th season, and the men's leagues are in their 75th and 105th and 110th seasons.
Caitlin Clark for Indiana, who has been terrific, the #1 overall pick, who has been packing buildings all across the U.S.
There's some obvious resistance from the new fan base there. As if the stakes couldn't get much higher, the top boss of the WNBA gets involved. However, instead of dispersing the storm, her comments are intensifying it. What exactly did she say that has woke players angry? After responding to the threats directed to Caitlin Clark's supporters, Commissioner Kathy Engelbert found herself in a difficult position. Her remarks stoked a fury among several of the league's most famous players rather than calming the dispute. It all went horribly wrong for Engelbert as he tried to win over new fans while still pleasing his loyal admirers. So, just what was Engelbert saying? She made it clear that competition is crucial in sports, saying, "You need rivalry? That's what makes people watch." At first look, the emotion may not appear harmful. Indeed, the very essence of sports is the element of competition. However, those remarks hit close to home in the emotionally heated WNBA environment. Others on the team were quick to condemn Engelbert's reaction, including Breanna Stewart and Angel Reese. They thought the commissioner blew a great chance to confront the problematic aspects of fandom directly. I think it's disappointing to hear were Stewart's exact remarks in response to Engelbert's observations. Everyone could see that the team needed more from their coach. But that wasn't the end of the criticism. Terry Jackson, executive director of the WNBA Players Association, issued a critical comment, and the organization became engaged. The importance of the league's zero-tolerance policy regarding racist and sexist remarks was highlighted by Jackson. Is that the upshot?
13 points, 13 assists, 12 rebounds, and a huge win.
And I look back to the Bird Magic moment in the NBA in 1979, and it really put the NBA on the map.
Where Caitlin Clark notched the first triple-double ever by a WNBA rookie and the first in Fever franchise history.
Compared to that, Engelbert's answer was severely lacking. No one was satisfied by the commissioner's statements, even if they were intended to find a middle ground. Everyone involved felt dumped: the players, the longtime fans, and the newcomers. It's a clear illustration of the fine line the WNBA must tread in order to attract new fans while maintaining its identity. Engelbert's predicament brings to light a more systemic issue confronting the league: how to grow fan base without disappointing diehards. This isn't just a basketball matter. It raises larger concerns about diversity, inclusion, and the point of professional sports altogether. Unexpectedly, the WNBA's meteoric rise to fame has brought about a new issue. Some WNBA players appear nearly terrified of quadrupling their fans, even though this is a goal most leagues aim for. What's the rationale behind this perplexing resistance to achievement? One could assume that an increase in the number of WNBA supporters would have no effect whatsoever. A lot of controversy, nevertheless, is being sparked by this sudden rise in popularity. The league is struggling with an identity crisis as it tries to reconcile its radical past with its longing for mainstream success. Here we will dissect it. One side boasts fourfold growth in the fan base and rising ratings. More people are tuning in to watch Caitlin Clark's games than ever before. Most sports leagues would be ecstatic about this kind of growth. The catch, though, is that not all of the players are rejoicing. Anxieties mounts. Why? All eyes are on the league's fundamental principles. Beyond basketball, the WNBA has always stood for more. It has been a meeting place for activists and athletes, a stage for social justice. Some athletes are now asking pointed questions in response to the influx of new supporters. Are these new players going to join the league's activism culture? Or will they want the WNBA to be more mainstream and sport-centric? This is a showdown between two schools of thought on the future of the WNBA. An opposing viewpoint envisions a time when the league's popularity is on par with that of the NBA and attracts spectators from diverse backgrounds. The other side is worried about the WNBA's distinctive culture fading away. The commissioner's office, locker rooms, and social media are all witnessing the effects of this tension. Fearing that the influx of young fans may alter the league's character, some veterans are fighting back. There's this tone of, "We want growth, but not if it costs us our soul." Is it feasible for the WNBA to be selective with its fans? That's the question that everyone is asking. To succeed, every league relies on three things: spectators, sponsors, and ticket sales. Rejecting admirers could feel like you're putting yourself in harm's way. Still, a lot of WNBA players aren't in it for the cash. The important thing is that they stick to their principles, even if it slows down their progress.